What a beautiful morning. And this is my favorite way to start a beautiful day like this. New pond build. Let's go. All right, so approximately what we have dimensions wise is 11 feet from here to here and 8 feet from that point to that point. And with about a 5 foot long stream. And what we're going to do, that biofall is going to set pretty much at that elevation that it's at now. And we'll have a beautiful slope going from either side. We are going to put some moisture barrier behind that so we don't have anything showing up as far as moisture on the other side of that wall. We are going to have to remove some of these pavers and of course all of this turf. And then we can get started with the excavation. Okay, and just like that, we've got a blank canvas. All right, so what we're doing is moving all the gravel that's immediately behind the biofall. About that point where Jack is, we'll scrape that gravel, that landscape granite back that way, back this way, so we just have bare dirt to work with. And then there's also an irrigation line going through there. That's that drip system. So when it is time, we will cut it and route it up and over and back down. That way, if there's any kind of repairs that need to happen, it's not under several tons of dirt and boulders. Now it is time to start our excavation on our pond. You can see we've got it painted out. We're gonna go down to our first level and then repaint for that next shelf. So let's get after it. All right, so now we have got our excavation complete for our first level. So from the paver height to this first shelf, that top of that shelf is 13 inches. And now we're working on painting out and just cleaning up these edges, but we've painted out our next shelf, and that's gonna go down another 12 inches. Got the complete excavation done, got all the boulders staged. We've got the biofall set in place, got the plumbing run over to this point. Once we actually set the skimmer, we'll continue that plumbing right around. You can see we removed some of the patio right here, and the idea is to tuck some of those boulders right into the edge of that patio. That'll look really cool, kind of integrating and blending the pond with the patio. And look who wants to come and hang out with us. Hey, Alex. Are you well rested?
Good enough.
Good enough, good enough. All right, Jack is just cleaning out the hole for our skimmer. Once that's down, we'll square that up and drop our skimmer in, tighten that up, connect our flex line to the skimmer. We'll be able to cover all that up. Next step is we've got to put our fabric in the hole, then our liner, and then it's time to start rocking. Okay, we are looking pretty good here. Now what the guys are doing is setting up the skimmer, making sure that that is perfectly level. So Jack is putting his body weight in that, keeps it from pushing around. Alex is going around compacting that so it's nice and tight, and then we can take our 2-inch line, plug into the back of that skimmer, get our liner set. Alex, how are we looking? Okay, this is always an exciting part of a new pond build, setting of the first boulder. So Jack has pretty good sized boulder for this size pond strapped up. I think he's gonna put it in right about there. That's what I told him anyway. All right, check it out. We are making some pretty good progress, but the downside is we're running out of boulders. You know the drill. we've got a little bit of rock work done so far. So the goal is to bring this around to our waterfall area, and then we can start working on that waterfall and also getting our edging all buttoned up today. So tomorrow, really, all we're gonna have to do is do some detail work, finish out rocking behind that waterfall, and enjoy. All right, Jack and Alex are pulling the wires through our chase line for the lights. So the reason why we do that is if we have to replace the lights, that chase line can weave in between all these rocks, and then we can pull that string, pull that wire right through and feed a new wire through that chase line, and it makes changing lights a lot easier. Okay, so Jack is doing the all-important task of the final rinse down. He's got that pump in that low spot there. Alex is working on that other side of the retaining wall of boulders. That'll get buttoned up here shortly. I'm doing the bibbing, so we've got that shelf bibbed. I got to bib this guy and gravel over that, and we're ready to go. Jack, what is your favorite part about building ponds?
Doing the machine.
Doing the machine.
Uh-huh.
At any given moment, if there is nothing going on, this is where this kid is. I have a feeling that machine or equipment operating is in this guy's future. So let's take a look at this pond. All right, so our goal was to have water up and running today, and we got there. We've inspected everything, so we've got nothing to worry about as far as low edges overnight. We want to leave it running. But what we need to do tomorrow is a little bit of detail work. We've got to do some arranging of the pavers. We have to run our float valve over to the skimmer. We have to run our chase line conduit over to the power. We have to finish hooking up the lights and hanging the transformer and cleaning up. So Alex, what I'm getting at is you're gonna be busy tomorrow. Are you gonna be missing Jack?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Not as much fun bossing you around.
What do you think? What do you think? All right, guys, we are all done. Let's walk around and see how this turned out. So if you remember, that was all grass. So we came and stripped all that grass out and put in a living, breathing ecosystem pond. And what do you think about that? Some of the things I really love about this is just the little things. These boulders jetting out and coming into the patio. I love when we're able to blend our rock work into existing patios. It makes it look like this was here first and then this came along. So we've got 2 path lights, and then we've got waterfall lights. We've got a light in this level and then another light on that level. And then in the pond, we have 4 more lights. There's 2 in here, one at the very bottom down there, shining across, another one here shining this way, and then over here on the bottom shining across this way, and another light tucked in right here shining across that way. We've got these grasses over here. Those are actually planted in the pond's water right behind those boulders, little plant pockets. And then we've got the rush there, lilies. We've got some mint on the front edges. That'll grow and fill in very nicely. Something else that I really like about these drops, starting at the very top, Alex actually found a small rock and wedged that in there, and then that really splashes up on that slanted rock and then rolls back into the stream. And then coming along down the stream, we've got that effect again. We've got this boulder coming up and out of the water, out of the pond, and that's just cutting that water and churning that and creating a ton of aeration right there. The fish are gonna love this.